So, I mean, that concerns me about the depth. The quarterbacks were terrible. I don't know what's happened to Tanner McKee. The receivers were terrible with guys who had opportunities and every reason to show up and play and perform.
Yeah.
The tight ends, abysmal.
What the heck happened to Tanner?
I don't know, but he's not playing with any confidence. Some positives on the offensive line. Markel played pretty well. Willie played pretty well.
Tanner shrunk under pressure. They brought in a legitimate contender for the QB2 this year, and all of a sudden he fell off a cliff.
Maybe
last year, I think he was,
well, I think
he was slicing and dicing in the preseason.
Well, I think he wasn't. I wouldn't go that far, but I think he's always been a little bit overrated by the fan base. But
that's fair.
Not
he's got the backup QB syndrome.
Yeah, not like this though. He always played. He's never looked this bad. EJ Jenkins, backup tight end. When they rolled out with Calcaterra and Eli Stowers, it's like, well, all right, take away the stretch running game. You can't even judge it. Trying to think if anybody else played half decently. Joku, he's hurt now. He was okay.
I mean, Markel Bell was all right. Willie Lampkin.
Yeah, I mentioned Willie. I mentioned Markel and Willie first. I'm trying to think of others. That's about it. The receivers were just abysmal. Hollywood Brown had not a good camp. Darius Cooper was just bad.
John, does it make you? I know you've pushed back on me and more so the fan base, our viewers here for a long time about the importance of coaching. But does it make you raise an eyebrow that the same problems that happened when the starters were on the field are now like the same problems that we had in the preseason game? It's just one preseason game, but it's the same problems. Like, well, it superseded the talent of the players. It's the same problems.
Yeah, but then I'll turn that back on you. Well, it's different coaches.
Oh, the head coach is the same.
Well, is he doing the so it all could? I mean, Nick, to his credit, says everything's got his name on it, and it does. But so, I mean, he's in charge of all that. Because I see him in practice. He's involved.
I get it. I mean, I don't know. The buck stops with him, though, right? That's the burden of leadership.
Well, that's fine. That part of it's fine. But if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of why the same things are happening, you can't just say, well, it comes down to the accountability. Yeah, he has accountability for it because he's got to figure out how to coach his coaches and make sure that this shit doesn't happen. So it's his responsibility. That I agree with. But when you change offensive coordinators and you change offensive lines coaches and you change running game coordinators and you change tight end coaches and you have the same, I mean, doesn't that bolster my argument? That would be my count. But again, I think people miss the mark on that from the standpoint of, okay, why did Sean Mannion look at Kevin Patullo and say, hold my beer, I'm going to do worse on third down?
Literally.
It was 3rd and 15, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 12. The two times they had a chance, it was 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, I think, went through Darius's hands. 3rd and 6 was nothing. They're not converting 3rd and 15 consistently with Jalen Hurts, never mind Andy Dalton and Tanner McKee. So, and that was holding calls. Was it the first play or second play? First play of the game is a decent run. And
yeah, by Tank Bigsby, gets called back by Stowers hold.
Yeah. I mean, right there, bang, series over. Now, if you have Matthew Stafford and you're the Los Angeles Rams, you can overcome that. And, 2nd and 2 turns into wherever they place the ball. They took it all the way back to the line of scrimmage, but 3rd and 15, since that was where it ended up, you can overcome that occasionally. They're not overcoming it. They got to stay on schedule. So right off the bat, you saw it. But to get through 55 minutes, to get through 60 minutes of football, going 0-4 on 3rd down, and to go through 55 minutes of football with 80 yards and 7 3-and-outs, I think, or whatever it was. I mean, yeah, for all the talk about where's the layup? Give me a layup. Everything was so condensed and like these plays look like they were designed to get 5 yards. Like you couldn't get 10 yards if you wanted. You'd have to break 4 tackles. The innovation is non-existent. They are following the fucking crowd. They are 2 years behind being 2 years behind. You see it on the defensive side of the ball. Vic Fangio has so many copycats. By the time they catch up to what he's doing, he's on to the next fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's what's going on with Sean and Kyle. You're trying to catch up to what they did 2 years ago. They're already on to the next fucking thing. What the disaster is in my mind is not Sean Mannion. It's not what happened on Saturday. It's the mentality of the organization, which is usually forward thinking. And now is all of a sudden, like I said, you're in a different city and you're in a park or something and you're looking for something, or and you see the crowd heading a certain direction. You go, all right, I don't know where the fuck I am. I'm going to follow these guys. That's what they're doing. Instead of nutting up and saying, you know what? We're going to fucking figure this thing out. We got good players.
John, I would tell you, just from of talking to you every day, I'll say this. I'm surprised at how much you seem to be concerned about this, but I don't think it's as much about the game, and it's more about a bigger picture. It's indicative of the bigger picture here that you think this whole thing is not going to work, and preseason one is just the first pin to drop. I mean, normally, John, you're like never too high, never too low. I don't know. You're pretty down on this preseason game, more so than I would have anticipated. That's I'm not knocking you or anything. I'm just pointing out something I've noticed.
I'm not down on the game, other than I had to sit through it. The game is already out of my mind.
Right. It's indicative of the bigger picture for you, right?
Yeah. I'm down on the mentality, whatever word you want to use, that got them here. That's what I'm down on.